What's up, YouTube? Good morning. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday morning so far. We're doing a little coffee talk. Really early for us here on the Nats Man 72 channel. First, go ahead and get it out of the way. If you can hit the like and subscribe button, that would be awesome. And then I'll have my chat open if you want to discuss anything. I'll throw your information up there, your question, your comment. So let's just get into it. That the USFL is back. Yes, it's back. They were on Fox News this morning with Doug Flutie, and they are looking to come back for spring football in 2022. The teams haven't been announced yet for the locations that I can locate, but I will share my screen here just a second and let you know what's going on with that. But Fox, the reason they were on Fox News is that Fox Sports will be carrying the USFL, the new USFL league. So this is pretty huge news for football sports. Any of us old enough to remember the original USFL, it suffered not from a lack of talent from players, but it's going to make things interesting with the money. We all know money makes things roll, and that's what hurt it, was ownership changing hands on some teams. And then they were also competing with the NFL pretty hard, and then they started sharing facilities at some locations and playing in the fall, which looks like this new owner realizes, hey, maybe that's not the route to go. Let's play spring football, which is a pretty smart idea. This new USFL league, they also announced that they will be. Doug Flutie was on, so you know it's legit. Let's see what happens with it. But with the USFL, they I hate that phone. Sorry about that. I'm not going to get up and go turn it off. So what we're going to do, hang on. I'll be right back. Never mind. It's off. These telemarketers, man, they're killing me. I don't know about anybody else's cell phones getting blown up with these robocalls. But anyway, with the USFL, they took players that were lower class in their college years, like sophomores. They went down to the sophomore level, and they were getting key players. And what I want to show is the article that Fox did on it. So let me. So the USFL to return for the 2022 season on Fox Sports. Got to remember, Jim Kelly, Herschel Walker, Doug Flutie, and Steve Young is coming back. The first year that a lot of these players went over to the NFL, they were on the pro team that following year, their first year in, which is saying a lot. Doug Flutie, when he signed, he was the number one draft pick, won the Heisman Award. So it was included in spring of '83. It lasted for 3 seasons and will officially return next spring. It looks like Fox Sports, they announced it that they're going to be broadcasting the games. Brian Woods, a co-founder with the USFL, founder of the CEO Spring League, is involved in this venture. And just know about the Spring League. The Spring League is like the developmental league for the NFL, basically. I don't think they played last year. I don't think they played any games, but they're in lower market areas for some stuff, and some stuff they're in high market areas. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see. Broadcast Sports is a majority equal stake in the company that owns the USFL. The relaunch is it's a big day, so they're going with Fox Sports. The original league consisted of 12 teams and featured on entertaining brand of football. Some of the rules that they did also the NFL picked up. But I mean, look at this. I mean, Kelly Young and Reggie White, Herschel Walker signed with the USFL. Didn't go with the NFL. So it looks like they're going to will target for 8 teams and retain the rights to key original franchise names. Man, that's pretty cool. I mean, this is pretty cool. Michigan Panthers, led by future Bobby Herbert and receiver Anthony Carter. So I mean, here's some stuff just on this. The Arizona Wranglers. There was some stuff. This is the Generals. They were Doug Flutie when he played POTUS, former our last POTUS. Donald Trump was a co-owner. Was actually pretty big on getting the league to develop more and fight on that. So, and this is what's on Variety did. Magazine did just a different perspective for those that don't look at Fox News. It's being picked up by mainstream media. That's a pretty big day. Houston Gamblers, New York Generals, Showboats. I mean, it's see, Donald Trump was the New York team. I think it's kind of funny they still won't say President Trump, but I'm not going to get into politics. But, there's a good reason for it. It's the most watched program. Wow. Billions of dollars in rights and fees it could see. With that being said, and I really haven't seen anything, and it's a pretty good article. It's a little more in depth on Variety. I'll give Variety that. But let's look over the comments. But what's that mean for the hobby? You also got to remember Dwayne Johnson back in October got a ruling that they can proceed with the XFL with him being, I guess, the financial majority owner of that league. And they're going to be looking to play in 2022 as well. So 2022 is going to be interesting with 3 leagues on your TV. But what's that mean for the hobby? Who's going to get the rights? The USFL is way more legitimate than the XFL, I believe, because it's got a prior history. And the only reason it went out was lack of money, and the NFL got scared. It merged with them. The USFL actually sued the NFL and won, but didn't get anything out of it. Feel free to look that up. But I remember being as a kid, the USFL was cool to watch. There was more people watching like that when I was a kid watching the USFL than the NFL, to be honest with you. So, what's that going to mean for the hobby? Is Topps going to, let's say if Topps makes a run for licensing, does that help the football market? And then with the economy like it is, they're saying that we're going into a recession if we're not already in the beginning of one already. We saw what the market has done for cards in the overall. I think baseball is the one doing the best right now. And with that being said, I don't think this is a crash, a baseball crash. none of that crap. It doesn't make sense, because if it was a crash, why can you not buy retail? When you see retail boxes back on the shelves and you can get stuff like you used to be able to, then there's a crash. Is this a correction? Probably more so on pricing, because sales got out of control, and then everybody's dumping at one time. But anyway, that's another video. But the USFL is back, 2022. They're going just like they did before. Let's see what it does. Is Panini going to get the licensing? Is Topps going to get the licensing? What's that going to mean? Is anybody going to be interested in buying USFL? Are they looking to get it as this is a first season card to buy? If they even do it, if they do sell trading cards. Well, I don't think I think the XFL did, but they didn't do very well, and then they didn't make them anymore. So if anybody's educated on football, that's cool. So, but yeah, just remember, that's wild, man. USFL is back. Once 8 teams, or where are they going to go? So you figure there's going to be probably 2 in the Northeast, 2 on the West Coast, 1 in the South, and 1 in the middle of the country, kind of deal. You figure somewhere in the South they'll have one, whether that's Florida or Georgia, Alabama, somewhere like that. And then they're going to have 2 in California probably, and then 2 in the Northeast somewhere, like New York or New York area, and then somewhere in the New England area, and then somewhere in the middle of the country. I think that would be that's 6 teams. An extra one somewhere else, like that. So, all continental U.S. But and then what's that going to do for the talent pool? They're going to be pulling. They already said that they're going to do just like they did before the USFL. They're going to be looking to bring in sophomores and juniors in college to give them a chance to play. And how's that going to affect the NFL draft? We saw when it did before, it hurt them. And then all those guys that were top performers were signing with the USFL because they were getting paid. So let's see what happens. But that's the big announcement for this morning. It occurred this morning on Fox News Network that the USFL is back 2022, spring of 2022, and Fox Sports will be televising it. So, hey, I know it's kind of not too much more to talk about it, but hopefully this will get the ball started and some people to give some more content on it and sharing knowledge and passing it on. I know I texted a buddy of mine and told him about it this morning. Say, hey, man, it's some good content. Who is a lot better at articulating and using graphs and all that kind of production stuff. So this is just a shoot from the hip. I hope everybody has a great day. Always remember, keep your head up, eyes up, head on a swivel. Deuces. I'm out. Dirty South. Hashtag Dirty South.